Okay, welcome back. This is going to be the big research episode. I did a little more fiddling with my sound settings, so let's see if this is a better mix. And I've run around and let some of the ore build up. Not very much. I still only have 11 tin bars. But the next thing I need to do is work on research. I'm going to need a lot of room for research. I'm thinking I'm going to knock over this mountain. Unfortunately, I'll be doing it the hard way. So, lots of clicking. I don't really have anything else going on, so I think I'm going to pause the video so you don't have to watch me remove a mountain. And then at the end, I will turn the video back on to lay out research with different research printing pods, whatever they're called, for each of the different ore types. Okay, that's one mountain removed. I'm going to set up the research area over here. There is some coal in the way. We'll kind of see how that goes. If I were more organized, I would count exactly how much room I needed, but I am not that organized. So I marked out where I'm going to want to put the actual research laboratory. It's 3x3. However, to make the laboratory, I believe I need... Well, first I have to research it. But I have plenty of research points, so that's good. Yeah, I'm going to need a research assembler. I'm also going to need the laboratory components. Anything else on here that I need? Suppose I should grab the threat scanner soon. Turret Mark II. Suit power pack, that'll be good. Okay, that's all we're taking for now. And in order to make the laboratory components, I'm going to need these basic experimental pods, which come from the research assembler. So first off, let's make the research assembler. Also, the way I set this up is I actually, have one 3x3 by 3 laboratory, and then I have one line for research assembler for each type of ore. You can do just one actual line, but it's going to take way too long. You're going to want your research to go a lot faster than that, and usually the limiting factor isn't power, it's getting those pods in there. So what I'm actually going to do is, with the research thing here, I'm going to surround it with 3 lines coming in and 3 lines coming in, and I guess 3 lines coming in. So there's 7 ores total, right? There's copper, tin, iron, lithium, and there's gold, titanium, and nickel. 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to need 7 lines research assemblers, which means I need 7 research assemblers. And those required yet more lightweight machine housings, and I'll need 7 basic PCBs. So let's go dump some copper into the PCB maker line, which was this. It was this. I'm hitting Control T to add one at a time. And I just put in 7. I don't use PCBs for much, so I don't really want to stick, 100 in there yet and waste all my copper. My copper's still coming quite slow, so I would regret that. We got some lightweight machine housings in there. That's good news. And this is getting close. I know I'm going to need more tin plates, because those are used in making all the extruders and stuff. So I'm just going to make more of those while I'm here. At least until I run out of tin. 7 research assemblers.
Crafting.
And then, let me think what else I'm going to need. Oh, I'm going to need some iron gears. Oh, and I'm going to want some directional storage hoppers. These are kind of new, and they're very nice. You'll notice over here, I have this line for the lightweight machine housing. It's kind of on its own. These over here, I have them together, but this one's on its own. Why? It's because I have a normal storage hopper right here. So if I stuck another conveyor belt right beside it, it takes things out of the side. So I can't have anything beside it if it's using a normal storage hopper. Or if I had a directional storage hopper, it would be fine. You just have to turn the directional storage hopper in the right way, and items only come out in one direction, which is kind of great. So in order to do that, I'm going to need, was it module upgrader? Primary upgrade module? Primary upgrade module. I think I have, yes, I have a primary upgrade module maker made. Let's put it over here. And this calls for PCBs, right? 10 PCBs. So it's gonna need, I'm gonna need more of those storage hoppers. Let me grab a bunch of iron gears. And then make another couple storage hoppers. We want to only pull out 10 of these, but I think the Tricky's hoppers require the upgrade modules, so that works. So we're going to remove only. We're gonna put in PCBs, so I'm just going to make them again. Orbital debris. Is it back over by the other one, or is it a different? I don't know. It's a coiler, and then an extruder. So one thing you'll notice here is I could totally just run my tin through that line over there, grab it, bring it over here, run it through here, but that's not efficient. You find yourself limited pretty quickly. In general, if I'm just requiring PCBs or something like that, a lot of the time I will just run it indirectly instead of trying to depend on one line off over there. Once we start having stuff that requires power and stuff like that, I can be a little more stingy and move it around, but I try to avoid moving things until I can't avoid it anymore. So this should be everything. It needs power, which I'm just going to do manually for now. It has nowhere to put them. One more storage hopper. Add only. And I could really use a little more tin. Oh, nice. This is working nicely. So it's just doing a couple at a time, but it's really keeping up. I think I might want to turn up the speed. I was noticing that I want to turn up the speed also on the copper. So I need iron gears, copper wires, and lightweight machine housings for better drill motors. We just have basic drill motors, but that's still significant. So let's make some copper wire, which should be the second one. And then make a couple of drill motors, and I'm gonna go speed up my copper and my tin.
Crafting.
So stick this on the drill, basic drill motor, and it'll start putting out a bit faster. And then go do the same for the tin, and while I'm down there, I might as well grab some more lithium. I've got quite a bit of iron. even before the changes, you went through tin like crazy, but now that everything requires those lightweight machine housings, tin is really the big limiter. I might actually want to think about adding a second tin mine very soon. And then let's go down and visit the lithium. And go back upstairs. I think part of the reason I like this game so much is I can just keep getting distracted, but as long as I come back to things eventually, it's all progress, right? So hopefully the tin will be moving a little faster now. I'm going to need that. I don't see it at the top yet, though. No, they're still evenly mixed. Anyway, we should have a couple of primary upgrade modules, and let's make a couple more. Alright. Back to the topic of making my research lines. So let's get the first one set up, because we're going to need copper running. I know we need 3-way zipper merges, so we need 7 of these, which calls for stamper plants. So let's just make 7.
Crafting.
And we need 10.
Crafting.
Okay, I'm not going to bother to try to get this, to do this in an even amount. I'm going to have to come back and count it later. I was doing that because I need a 3-in-1 zipper merge.
Crafting.
I know that I'm gonna need... So I need 2 stamper plants. We'll just use the ones I've already made. And then I'm gonna need...
Crafting.
A PCB
Crafting.
maker. So one of each
Crafting.
of these. I'm definitely gonna need, let's see, 1 storage
Crafting.
hopper. I think I can use... I don't want to use... So I don't want to use the in-game mini hopper because it's small, because it's slow. But there's a module I have installed called Tricky's Storage Hoppers, where it goes a little crazy, and it is all different sizes of storage hoppers, which is very nice. So small storage hopper in Tricky's version can hold up to 10 resources, but it transfers quickly, and that's very useful. So all the time, a lot of the time when you're automating, your storage hopper will fill up along the way, and I don't really need 100 of these things just sitting there and using up bars, because, I mean, there's only going to be 6 items in there before it's ready to manufacture, so this is perfect. Just make one of these, a small storage hopper. I'm going to need another big storage hopper on the other side. I need up and down, so up conveyors and down sloped conveyors. I already have the things for those. I'm sure I'm forgetting a few things. I'm going to need power, so I'm going to need more copper wire. Right there. So I'm going to make 2 power storage blocks for now. I'm going to need 2 pyrothermic generators. And I'm out of copper wire again. I'll come back for that. And actually, I think I'm going to need 1 more small storage hopper. But then that should be everything. So I'm going to replenish a bunch of this stuff so we're not waiting too much later. I'm going to need a few more of these. might as well do a bunch of iron since I've got so much of it. And a couple more copper wires. Come to think of it, I'm going to need one more small storage hopper.
Crafting.
And that's going to be where they go. So, because I have this coal in the way, I'm going to start out with power for the laboratory by actually just digging out this coal. Later, my freight carts will be delivering it. And then I'm going to want to put my first line as close to the edge over here as I can, because it's hard to fit all this around. Let me see what I'm doing here. So we're going to want lots of conveyor belts. 3-in-1 storage. We're going to want the normal storage hoppers and the smaller storage hoppers. Stick this over here. Make PCBs in order. Stamper plants. And, I don't know, batteries? We're going to need batteries. So the very first thing I start with, and hopefully I have enough room here. Might have to tear this down and start all over again. But I start out with a big storage hopper for now, because for now I'm going to be hand delivering the items. And then I'm going to want PCBs, which, oops, are going to turn and go into a zipper merge. So when you create a storage hopper and you put conveyor belts on each side will just keep grabbing items. It doesn't slow things down any to have 3 versus just having 1 coming out. And actually, one thing you'll do sometimes, once you have the faster mining heads, your mining drill will be spitting out ore actually really fast, and it'll be faster than one conveyor belt is taking away the ore. So what you'll do is you'll have one conveyor belt going straight, and then beside it you'll put a second conveyor belt, and you go over a couple and then merge them back together. So that way you get a full unbroken line of ore. If you just have the one line of ore, you see little gaps where like it's a gap in between. You probably can't see my hand motions on. This needs stampers. So the ratio, actually, let's just stick it here. I hope I'm doing this the right way. So the zipper merge, right, left. Okay, so we want plate, PCB. So hopefully that'll be good. This needs 6 plates and 2 PCBs. So it'll do 3 plates, 1 PCB, 3 plates, 1 PCB into your storage hopper, which needs to be remove only. And that's how you keep it in the proper ratio. It's kind of hard otherwise, because these are different lengths. They'll get backed up, and that's fine. You could do 3 plates per 1 PCB, but it ends up going through at a different rate too, because this has to go through 3 slow machines and this is only going through 1 slow machine. And in the end, it's better just to use the 3-in-1 zipper merge to assure you're creating the proper ratio. And actually, I had just talked about how I was going to use a little one here. Remove only. So our, 8 items will accumulate in here, and then this will make it into a research pod. I do 2 plates because it is a bit slow, and when you're waiting for 3 plates before you use the PCB, you notice that you're definitely waiting on the plates. If I wanted to be a little better, like about not having bottlenecks with the plates, I could actually do 3 plate makers. However, it it doesn't fit as nicely into a row. Like I would have to do more to deliver the bars. So I don't worry about it too much. This is fast enough for me. And then these are going to need to add and then remove over here. Nothing infested. Good news. There we go. So that's how we're going to deliver it. The only thing that's missing here is power. Oh, actually, I don't need those batteries. I'd forgotten that. So I don't need batteries, but I do need 2 PTGs. The dev changed PTGs so you can't turn them. It drives me crazy. It's a silly thing to get so obsessed over, but I like to have them neatly lined up in the same directions, and now I kind of can't, and that's not okay. I don't know why he needed to do that, and it's funny because he kind of just mocks people on the forums who are complaining about it. I didn't even try, but I did look it up to see if it was a bug. And there's him mocking people for caring so much about turning those. I'm like, okay, I'll keep my thoughts to myself. One more pyrothermic generator, and I needed, actually I think I need yet another small storage hopper. Too bad I gave away all my copper bars. Ah, good timing too. That was just about to fill up. Yeah, it's definitely going faster now that I have the faster drill motor in there, so that's good news. Yeah, and I'm also seeing twice as much tin as iron, so. Okay, we need one small storage hopper. And then the way I'm gonna do power is I actually have 2 pyrothermic generators, so one on top, one beside. And then right in the middle we have the small storage hopper, which is going to have coal delivered right into it. And I just stack a line, bringing in the coal. I usually do 2 in case I want to build something up there. There we go. I really want everything on this bar, so actually let's go to the next one. I'm going to do an up conveyor. And finish building that out. So right there, I'm going to want another small conveyor. Yeah. My coal that's coming out here is just going to run along a conveyor belt here. I'm going to put a small thing here and it'll go up. So I could also do a turntable. The problems with turntables is they are a little slower. It wouldn't really matter here, but they don't hand things up. I believe the storage hoppers will, though. They'll work with that. If I wanted to avoid that, actually, there we go. We'll just put the up here, and then put one here, and then go make some turntables. I am also going to need a storage hopper for now.
Crafting.
And I'm going to need, turntable.
Crafting.
I'm already going to desperately need more lightweight machine housing, so... Store that 100 tin bars. I'm just gonna put a hopper of coal here for now to test out how it's working, but that's not how I'm gonna hook it up and get it automated for the main part. So I add my copper bars. My first one's copper. Make sure everything's running. Yeah, we have 6 plates and 2 PCBs. And that kicks off the research assembler, and out comes one of the pods. Okay, we're gonna need these pods to build the laboratory, but I need a few of them. So I'm gonna let this run on its own, go over by one, and then build the tin line. Which I'm gonna need a whole bunch of stuff for again. I really don't have enough resources to be doing this all in one go.
Crafting.
But I would like to get it done. So let's do...
Crafting.
2 of them. So we want to do... let's go dump some tin somewhere. Well, that's doing okay. Not that okay. Yeah, we definitely need more tin plates. But let's see if we can do this for tin and iron at the same time. The lines for them. I'm gonna need... I have the research assemblers. I'm gonna need a couple more storage hoppers.
Crafting.
A couple more small storage hoppers. Zipper merges. 3-in-1 zipper merge. I can do that.
Crafting.
I'm gonna need stamper plants then. Tin bars.
Crafting.
Let's do 2 more tin bars. There we go.
Crafting.
And hopefully that's everything I need. Well, I'm gonna need PTGs. So I'm already thinking of things I don't have yet. I'm just gonna go over by 1 and do this again. Oh, by the way, I'm switching through hotbars here. The way I prefer to do it is hitting my function keys. After I've been playing a little longer, I will rearrange these pretty well, and they'll start being kind of set for the rest of the game. And I will start to have muscle memory about what to press to get what I need. But I'm not there yet. This needs to be a zipper merge. Small storage hopper, remove only. These are, yeah, these are lined up. And then add. There that goes. Right here, I need a turntable. Right here, I need an up. And let's go make a couple more PTGs. Hopefully.
Crafting.
Yes, and then
Crafting.
I can't quite make I can't make quite as many as I wanted, but
Crafting.
4. I probably need More small storage
Crafting.
hoppers. I'm going to need more primary upgrade modules, for which I'm going to need more tin. Every so often, I don't know why, the little error alert messages will decide it's very important that, for example, some of my ore extractors aren't going, and it'll make that annoying reminder noise, and then it'll just go away for a while. I don't know what's up with that. So we got copper. It is made 4 experimental pods. Tin, I'm not going to put any tin in there yet because I really need that tin. But when it's done, that'll go in there. From here, it's just going to be repetitive. I'm going to be waiting on some tin, and I'm going to go around in a circle. So usually, let's see, I got 7 to do. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, so I think putting 2 over there works well. And then I'll do the next one kind of right here. Then I'll do 1 here. And 1 here. And then flip it around and then do 2 over here to kind of mirror what's going on over there. And get it all feeding to over here. So I won't do that over and over again on camera. I'll do that in between. I think you have the idea of what I'm doing there. Let me get the actual laboratory set up though. Oh, I'm gonna need more basic PCBs. So I'd have to do this 3 times. I need 3 basic PCBs. So I haven't been very good about grabbing my construction paste here. You can look on an ore vein and you can see kind of what kind of progress it's making. I've already got 3 of them a little removed, so not even halfway. There's still quite a bit of ore left, but eventually this will go away, and hopefully it'll go away before I actually really want that space. Take my PCBs.
Crafting.
We got 1 of those. We only had 5 basic experimental pods. We're gonna need a lot more. Let's drop some more copper in here and go get some more copper. That was good timing again. We got 3 of them. Let's start laying down the components. So multi-block machines in this game are kind of neat. It's, you use the component and they're 1 at a time and they just look weird like this until you have them built into the right shape. Once I have all 9 blocks here, it'll kind of miraculously turn into my research area. I love that. I am amused by the little things, as you've probably figured out. I'm definitely gonna need... Let's just dump all of our copper in here. Let this go for it. Oh, that's getting close. I think I have 4 plus 3, I have 7 right now. I'm gonna need 10. 1 more? 2 more? This really does take just long enough that if I run off, it'll be done. But if I don't run off, I'm sitting here waiting. That's life in the early game. I think that was 10. If not, I'll be running right back. Laboratory components, 1.
Crafting.
Alright, that's everything I need to finish the laboratory. There we go. That's our pretty laboratory. Now the laboratory itself needs power, so I'm going to try to set that up right here. Let me show you what that looks like. I'm going to need a bunch of PTGs though. I mean, I can get it started with just 2 PTGs or 3, but I really like to actually do the whole side and the whole top to give it enough power. This is one, if you're trying to keep track of those wasps that attack and keep them from blowing up your base, this is one time to really pay attention, because once you add a bunch of PTGs on your research and you start some research, your threat goes way up. You're creating a lot of power. Well, I've got 2 of them,
Crafting.
which I had planned to use somewhere else, but this works well. I got a storage hopper. I got a small storage hopper. Okay. Oh, do I have a drill?
Crafting.
Now I do. And I might need more storage hopper. I want a mini hopper. More copper. Actually, I could probably just shoot back the power that's being created. Okay, I'm gonna do it that way. So let's create one of these.
Crafting.
So for over here, the way I like to do this is I kind of daisy chain them. Let's put down just 2 pyrothermic generators for now. And I like to do a small hopper and then a larger hopper on top. So, or transfers between hoppers. Other things do not. So, for example, bars do not. That's why I had to put the conveyor belt in between them over there. But or does transfer, and that's very nice. I'm gonna do an up. Does this work? Yes, I think it does. Let's put a drill here. And then out of the drill comes that. And then out of there, we send back some power to power the drill. And we get everything started. So coal comes out of here, goes up into this one. This one transfers back down to the little one. I'm gonna steal this little one and regret it momentarily. But I can put another little one up here. And actually, when I go across the top, what I'll do is I'll put a conveyor belt here, and then I'll put 3 more little ones right here, and then I'll put pyrothermic generators here and up the side here. And that is how I start out powering my lab. I don't know that, when I'm just running coal, I don't know that it's enough, but you get a upgrade to coal. So you're able to enrich coal to make it give more power, and by then that's quite a bit of power. I'm gonna start my basic miner upgrades, and right there it's eating my extra pods that I had created over on the copper line. We are off on research. I am going to finish up this episode and build out the rest of all my lines. I like to build them all out early so I have them later, because I know that I'm going to want them later. I don't know if I'll build out all of them, but I'll definitely be building out. I'll be fixing my tin line and be building out the iron and lithium, because I'm going to need them pretty much momentarily. And I think I need titanium right after that. So no, I'm gonna build them all out. I'm also gonna decide what I'm doing on my next episode. I probably want to finish the room around this, because you'll see once I have 7 of these and they're all going at once, this becomes a lot of animation. It's a lot of machinery going. If I can stick that in a room, it'll no longer be eating up my frame rate, and I will start to appreciate that soon. So I might want to set up the room right away. After that, I guess I just need to go down and get gold, titanium, and nickel. Once you have gold, titanium, and nickel, that's what you need to create the better smelters. And that's when kind of my approach to all this will change. I'm going to want to bring the ore up, smelt it where it arrives in a good smelter, and then send the bars places. So I think that's everything. I will talk to you guys soon.